My name's Dave Keeling. I've been an independent thinking associate for well over 12 years now. My philosophy on education essentially can be encapsulated in a nice little quote, which is this: if your mouth is open with laughter, you can pop in some food for thought. So my challenge is when I'm working with any young people or even adults is to get them to a point where they're laughing, really enjoying themselves, and then slip in something a little bit more fundamental. My work's about engagement. So when I came to write Rocket Up Your Class, it was literally about, well, how can I distill my ideas and what I use to engage, because normally my classroom's 400 students for a day in a dinner hall. That's got its own challenges. What do I use? What techniques do I use to engage students, to get them laughing, get them learning, and get them enjoying what they're doing and enjoy being at school?
You want to be clever this century? CQ plus PQ equals IQ. Curiosity plus passion equals intelligence. I don't know about you folks, I'd rather work with a curious and passionate learner over just a qualified learner any day of the week. Why? Because a curious and passionate learner is intrinsically motivated to learn lifelong, not just tell me what they think I want to hear. How many of you did that in your school experience? How many of you tried to guess what was in the teacher's head and tell them that so they just leave you alone? Hands up. Yeah. That's not education, that's survival. It's a very different thing.
There's a new book coming out called The Little Book of Laughter, which I've co-written, and it's looking at the psychology and the physiology of humour and why it's so important in learning, because we know if people enjoy themselves, they learn faster, quicker, better.
Hands in the air like you just don't care. All right, steady. Do you just come in here because the lights are on? I'm up for anything, me.
I actually bill myself as a stand-up educationalist. So I jokingly say that my job is to inform, empower and entertain in equal measure. And I think my grasp, especially when I'm working with young people, because a lot of the time I'm engaging students who really don't want to be there. You know, the classic was a few weeks ago, I had 400 Year 11 boys on a Friday afternoon in a hall who'd just been told they weren't doing PE. That's my captive audience. So my job is to create a space where they can just enjoy learning. That's it. Get them laughing, get them enjoying it, making them realise that they don't have to work any harder. They can actually be really creative what they're doing and still get the learning whilst enjoying it. I just want them to have a ball.
The plan is today that you will enjoy yourselves. That's the plan. Okay, and you will leave here and your brains will ache a little bit.
I think one of the biggest things for me is enabling people to shift from knowing it to doing it. So I meet a lot of clever people, and the challenge is, well, can you do anything with that knowledge? So what I'm attempting to do when I'm working with staff, it's the same with students, because I don't necessarily look at them in terms of their roles and what they do. I look at them as people and what drives the person. Same with the students. We all have fears, anxieties, we all have worries about things, but we also have qualities, skills, abilities, and all I try and do is ascertain as quickly as I can what these are with the people in the room and challenge them to challenge themselves to do things differently. So if I'm working with staff, for instance, the 6 core skills that I kind of underpin what I do are bravery, energy, creativity, openness, motivation, self-confidence. For me, they are 6 skills that have got me to where I am, and I think they're skills that won't only get you qualified, but also help you get a life, and it is a balance. You know, my big belief is, show the world you can learn, great. If you can couple that with a great attitude as well, then you're unstoppable.